It is the fourth successive Premier League win, the first time in 3 years for Chelsea Football Club, and it came under Mauricio Pochettino. What an all-important 3 points Mauricio Pochettino and his charges have been able to get against Fulham in a West London derby. And for the very first time in a long time, Chelsea have been able to do a back-to-back on Fulham. Mind you, Marco Silva has brought five different stars, been at Stamford Bridge for 5 different times, brought on separate teams like Sporting Lisbon, Fulham, Everton, and had never won at the Bridge. Off the back of that loss in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg at Middlesbrough, it was important that Chelsea went into this game and got nothing but a win. And there they have it. 3 consecutive wins in the English Premier League after Luton, the first one in 2024. Chelsea have gotten another win. Very important game for Mauricio Pochettino, for his team, given the kind of players that are returning to the team. And this is Fiifi-Manfred. I am grateful, like always, to have you here. Say thank you to you for choosing this channel. If you've not subscribed to the channel, do all to pause the video now, subscribe to the channel. I want to hear from you. So of course, let me hear from you in the comment section. But first, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel so that you are first and you are a known member of this community. I am consistent and happy to have you here. There is an in-depth analysis, in-depth forensic analysis on how Chelsea were able to hold on to that lead, get the win, and of course the frailties in Chelsea's game against Fulham today, and everything that has gone on in there for you. So brilliant stuff. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, pause the video, go back, pause, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Consistently give you the best of all the footballing analysis here on Fiifi-Manfred, and I'm grateful to have you here. So let us get into the conversation. So, like I said, Chelsea went into this game first off a team that had lost against Middlesbrough. They needed to win this one. They needed to win this one. This one was an all-important game for Chelsea Football Club, and they had to do everything possible to get a job done. Going into this game, it was a 1-0 loss in the Carabao Cup against Middlesbrough in the first leg. And for a team that is struggling to get results, the Carabao Cup offers a very good opportunity for the team to get some good football, for the team to play some excellent stuff, for the team to get some silverware in a transitional season. Mind you, in Klopp's first season, he won some trophies. In Arteta's first season, went to cup final. So if that trajectory is what a lot of Chelsea fans want to paint their current manager Mauricio Pochettino against, then Pochettino at least needs to get to the final of the Carabao Cup. So it was imperative. But hey, they went away at Riverside, and then they weren't able to get the results. And now Chelsea have come to, they had to return to the English Premier League. And mind you, prior to this, in the last 4 games in the English Premier League, Chelsea had won 3. And it was important that they build momentum. And if you look at where Chelsea were, they were just 5 points of the top 6, just 2 points of Manchester United. And they just needed to put some string of results together, and it was very important. Now, Chelsea went into this game. We'll do the breakdown, tactical breakdown. But just before the game, Noni Madueke, who had gotten some knock and injury, was cleared to play. Benoit Bellachile looked like he was ready to play. Ben Chilwell, good stuff. He was ready to come in and play. There was Kani Chukwuemeka, and it was very important for Chelsea because, you know, for the very first time, they were going to get the players that they wanted to see playing the team. I mean, the team had gotten had a lot of injuries in recent times, but then immediately this game was about to come on, you knew that they were going to get the players that they needed to come and play. Bellachile, Kani Chukwuemeka, Ben Chilwell, all these players were ready to come in and play. And Mauricio Pochettino was going to have to pick out the best players to go in and play. Mind you, Fulham were on a not so good run, losing away in the English Premier League, and then Chelsea had to go in there. The last game that Chelsea played in the English Premier League against Luton, they conceded twice in the last 10 minutes. So it was a game that Chelsea just had to win, albeit there had to be a little bit more in terms of controlling the game on and off the ball. Now, let's start with the lineup. And I want to start it by taking it player by player and analyzing them and analyzing the whole game in that phrase. So stick with me. Let's do the analysis one after the other. Don't go nowhere. So first of all, Chelsea went into the game in post with Jorge Petrovic, who has been instrumental. And I saw a report in the news that Chelsea have no plans of getting an extra goalkeeper aside Robert Sanchez and Georgi Petrovic. And I think that if Georgi Petrovic's performances in recent times is anything to go by, then that makes a lot of sense. You don't need an extra goalkeeper. He has been spot on. I mean, it was more of the times not in action, but a few times that he was in action, he was spot on, passed everything with perfection, playing out from the back, box crosses, claiming, owning the box, going down quickly with his agility to save balls. And in the dying numbers of the game, there was a very good ball from Raul Jimenez. He went down very quickly, got the ball, and then took a lot of pressure off the team. So it's important. He also exudes confidence in the post. And Georgi Petrovic, with time, has shown that it's going to be an important player. And I remember when he was coming to Chelsea, when I read the scout report, for those that were following him in the MLS, they said that consistently he was one of the best goalkeepers that I could find in the MLS. So he was good. Chelsea played him, excellent guy. And we went back into the two right-footed centre backs again. Desasi, Thiago Silva. I think that's not going to be the pairing in the long term, right? With time, I know that pairing is not going to be there. There are going to be a lot of changes in that pairing in the long term. But again, Chelsea went with it. And I think that for this game, Axel Desasi was solid, especially with his line breaking passes. I think that he was being encouraged more to break the lines from those areas, because you are playing in the left hand zone. In these areas, you need to help in ball progression. And he did it very well, especially in the early openings of the game. So it was a 4-2-3-1. Thiago Silva, good with respect to his experience and everything, galvanizing the back, and then being the calm, cool head presence at the back for Chelsea Football Club. Then, of course, at right back, there was Malo Gusto. I'll tell you about some of the issues I had with Malo Gusto and how Chelsea have to fix the balance from the attacking area. I'll tell you about it very soon. So, yeah, stick with me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, pause the video here, go back, subscribe to the channel, turn on notification, and do choose all. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Exactly. So, Levi Colwill was playing at left back. And this is a topic that is a little bit contentious. Very, very contentious. First of all, if you look at Levi Colwill, it's about a rest defense. Rest defense. Let me take my time and explain this. Pochettino plays Levi Colwill not because he's an excellent left back, not because he's a better left back than Benjamin Chilwell, not because he's a better left back than Marco Correa, but it's about rest defense. The rest defense is the defense or the position, the mindset, the defense when the whole team is attacking. So when you're attacking, that's when you can have counter attacks against you. Your center backs are supposed to have natural center back instincts. Your fullbacks sometimes are supposed to have natural center back instinct to be able to defend counter attacks or turnovers. So it's the reason why Tuchel started it. It's the reason why Pep Guardiola had done it for a very long time. And even guys like Josko Valdiol are playing at fullback when they are actual center backs, right? So there are priorities with Colwill's game. Sometimes holds on to the ball too much. Sometimes in certain zones at fullback area, he doesn't get it, and it affects the game. So this sometimes makes Chelsea's balance in attack a little bit affected. So you realize that because of Colwill being in there for his rest defense and his height, a lot of the time Chelsea's attacks go through the right hand side. And when Mihailo Mudryk plays, there is no support for him. He keeps the weight. He has to do all the dribbling. He's in there alone. And again, you saw it from Raheem Sterling. A lot of the time, Chelsea changed the point of view of the attack from the right-hand side, switched to Raheem Sterling, and then Raheem Sterling will receive the ball, but he was closed down by Tosin 1v1. And that was exactly what again, in as much as this continued, that's how Raheem Sterling was able to rotate at certain point in time and then move to the right-hand side, then he won the penalty, right? So he's a little bit toothless. So that's why in the first half, if you're following the conversation of everybody on social media, they say, hey, Raheem Sterling is not. It is the structure in which Mauricio Pochettino has them. And it is because Pochettino wants to get a center back that helps in the rest defense. Again, after the rest defense, it is something, once you are getting a rest defense, you're obviously going to lack somewhere else. I mean, and it affects Chelsea's attacking balance. In my opinion, I think that what I pick from this is that this team is not built for the pure vertical football. And that's Pochettino ball. Vertical. Play forward every time. Play forward every time. Sometimes the game has to be slowed down. And that is why every time Pochettino wants a certain Conor Gallagher in his team. And people say, hey, he's very important. Yeah, he's important. Conor is not a bad player. Has not put a foot wrong. But in games like this, when you want to break down a low block, a mid block, teams are very stubborn. You shuffle to the right. They move they keep their chain. You shuffle to the left, they keep their chain. They prevent you from breaking them down easily. You need extra people in the half spaces. And I've said it several times. It is the reason why in a game like this, you can easily take out Conor Gallagher, right? You play Raheem Sterling in the left half space rather. Don't play him as a left winger. Play in the left half space rather. Then you play a Mihailo Mudryk. So now Mihailo Mudryk has a support. He can easily combine. So Colwill doesn't need to come and overlap. He's not a fullback. He has to be in the rest defense. So back three, Malo Gusto is the right, keeps the weight at the other side. Cole Palmer comes inside the right half space. Then you have Raheem Sterling at the left half space. Then Mihailo Mudryk keeps the weight because he loves to keep the weight. He can combine, come inside sometimes. Sterling will keep the weight. They will have that telepathic relationship that will make them rotate. But that's also meaning that the team is going to look at Conor Gallagher aggression. That means that the team will play slower, which is okay by me, in my opinion. But Pochettino wants the quicker football, but he wants the players to be turned on quicker, wants to have Conor Gallagher turned on to play some good. And that is why every time Conor is in the team. That's why every time you cannot blame Raheem Sterling every time for having in the team. It's the structure of the team. And until that is changed, and I think that when the team gels together, and he has almost every player back. Now he's going to go back into a proper 3-2-5 shape, which is the best balance in attack, where you have very good rest defense, who if they are turned on quickly, you can counter press quickly, win the ball, play forward, and do all the good stuff that you want to do. Right, so in build-up, obviously, it was a 3-2 with Moise Caicedo dropping in first and Enzo behind him. There are times where Enzo would drop, and I think this was one game that Enzo was brilliant. He was very good, picked up the ball in Chelsea's area, played the ball into the path of Raheem Sterling, switched the point of view of attack several times, held on onto the ball, reduced the pressure on the team. He was a little, sometimes tried to dribble, keep the ball to himself, find spaces, and I think it was good. I mean, Moise Caicedo was exceptional. It's the kind of game that people will not see. They will not give Caicedo the props, but he was very, very, very good in that game that he played today, where he won tackles, went into duels. There were times where he went neck and neck with João Palhinha, and Palhinha for me is one of the best tacklers in the English Premier League. Very, very a great dueler in that regard. And Moise Caicedo was excellent at that job today in the game against Fulham. And that's exactly what you want from the team. You want stuff like this. You want Caicedo to be turned on. And you see, for a team that has gone through all the things that it has gone through, everybody will say, oh, then why is it that you don't kill the game? For me, it was just about winning. To be very, very honest with you, it was just about winning. Fulham played some good stuff. Bobby De Cordova really didn't start, but the structure was there, the mindset was there, the principles were same. Playouts on the back, they will come and press us. Let us become. I mean, there were times in the first half where Kanye was always left free. So Colwill will go and press. There's extra space. Malo Gusto on the right hand side can't press so much because William and Kanye will be doubling up on him. And it was a very good tactical switch from Mauricio Pochettino to ask Moise Caicedo to deal with Kanye and not necessarily let Gusto be in two minds about either of William or Kanye in that spaces. And it was a very good one from them. They played well. I think it's also a game where Chelsea managed the game off the ball better. It was on the ball that were the issues, especially in the last dying numbers of the game, where Chelsea are by a goal to 0. You just need to hold on to the ball, stretch the game, keep the ball, keep possession, pass among yourself, force Fulham to chase the game, and then wind down the clock. But hey, Chelsea weren't doing it. They were forced to making a lot of defensive jobs. They were jitchy. But given a team like Chelsea that has literally forgotten how to win in recent times, that was an important thing. That is a win that you will take with all arms and not necessarily worry about what they had to do, not necessarily worrying about flamboyancy. And I remember in my last few analysis, I've been analyzing Arsenal, and I tell you that, hey, Arsenal has been spot on in most of their games because they manage the games better. Even if they are not scoring, they prevent you from scoring. They are very solid, very good goalkeeper, and all the defensive actions are spot on, right? And they make sure that they make it very difficult for you to score. And I think that's the kind of performance Chelsea put across today against Fulham at the Stamford Bridge. So it was not so much of a flamboyant display, but then they got the job done. And it was an all-important 3 point for Chelsea Football Club. And it looks as if the team is on the ascendance. I told you this was supposed to be a make or break game for Mauricio Pochettino. He has managed to get all the necessary 3 points in there. Cole Palmer at age 21, amongst all players aged 21 and below, he is the most influential across all of Europe's top 5 leagues. He has been super, and that goal from the spot was cold, like a celebration. Cole Palmer, y'all, brilliant stuff in there. Chelsea really hit a gold mine with Cole Palmer, and it has been brilliant stuff. 4 wins and 5 for Chelsea, 3 wins consecutively. Time to keep the momentum. Chelsea are up on the table to 8th. An important win for Chelsea Football Club, and this it's something that is going to spirit out them, move them high up in the conversation of everything that's going on in the English Premier League. So yeah, just consistency and everything can get together. Yes, there are still issues with Mauricio Pochettino and the structure. I still want to be patient with him for him to get the likes right. I want to look at what Pochettino will do. Now that Benjamin Chilwell is back, is he still going to keep Levi Colwill there? If he is, what's the future for Mihailo Modric? But even quite apart from that, how does he deal with Levi Colwill in there? And then I want to see when Levi Colwill pushes to the left-hand side, playing alongside Thiago Silva, or the 2 left centre-backs in Levi Colwill, Bernard Belashile at the back. Then you have Benjamin Chilwell, then Malo Gusto. Exciting times, Chelsea fans. Calm down. Just subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and do turn notification. I'll see you. Bye-bye.